All right. So would you let your ex pick your next?
Just depends.
That's the premise of a new show on BET that we are now watching called After Happily Ever After. And we're going to do some recaps on it, see kind of what this show is all about. It looked interesting in the first episode. So we'll see. My name's Kevin.
I'm Tarsha.
And this is Conversations with the Crawleys. And on this channel, we do a lot of conversations about faith, family, relationships. And we do recaps, reviews on our shows. This one is, as I mentioned, After Happily Ever After on BET, hosted by Bow Wow. Not Lil Bow Wow. He's no longer Lil Bow Wow. He full grown Bow Wow now.
Full grown Bow Wow.
Full grown Bow Wow. He dropped the little. What is it about rappers where everybody got to be Lil something?
I have no idea. I am clueless.
It was fine when Bow Wow was like 12. He was Lil Bow Wow, but
because he was little. He was a kid.
But if you grown and you Lil something,
just change the whole name.
Yep. All right. So anyway, you know what to do by now. Hit that subscribe. Hit the like. Request notifications.
And share.
And we'll see you in the comments. And consider becoming a member and checking out the merch store. All right. So the premise of this show is, like I mentioned, long-term relationships that have ended either in divorce or someone cheated, they broke up, whatever, they're no longer together.
Right.
So those couples, one person is still looking to date. So the ex is now choosing their next boyfriend, girlfriend, their next partner, relationship, whatever it may be. So we've got some couples that were
married,
and also well known. We have some that aren't known, right?
Yeah, because again, they feel like, well, your ex should know you,
right,
the most to be able to pick who would be the next good relationship, right? Especially some of them have kids, so they also feel like being a part of the process. Then they know who's coming into
who's gonna be the baby daddy, the bonus mom, whatever it may be.
Exactly.
Right.
Because one of them was the ex-con that everyone thought
Jeremy. Yes.
Became a model.
Yeah, he was. A few years back, he had a mug shot that everybody was fawning, or a lot of ladies were fawning over, and yeah.
He's like, yeah.
Like, okay.
I mean, that's the best way when you get out of jail. You know you got that income coming in.
Hey.
I had to do no background checks. You found me in jail. I'm just saying, you found me in jail. My first...
You already know I got a record of some felonies.
My first photo shoot. Mugshot in the front, like... So...
Like, you can do a Tyler Perry movie in a heartbeat.
In a heartbeat. You'll fit right in. Mm-hmm. And so he was married.
Yes.
And now he's the one that filed for divorce, and that was viral too. That, oh my God, hot ex-con divorced his wife. Who was there through the thick and thin? Like, she was there when he was in jail, like before, he was anybody.
Yeah.
And then...
you also got Peter Gunz. Peter Gunz is a rapper, a former rapper. I don't know if he still raps, but his was played out on Love and Hip Hop New York, I think it was. And so he had his woman or his girlfriend that he was with long term, Tara. And then he cheated on her and got married to Amina. And so he's there with Tara and Amina. He's looking for love, and Tara's also looking for love. Okay. There's another couple, Pam and Troy. They met at church. And
when they were 18.
They were 18. He was a virgin when they got married, everything. And so she's looking for love.
She's looking for love. And supposedly he's supposed to be helping her find something.
Right, because he was concerned about who's going to be
in the children's
lives, right?
Right.
You got also, who else is it? Mike, and Nicole. Now, Mike was part of the 95 South rap group. But he was part of 95 South well after Whoop, There It Is. So, there's some concern. Nicole was like, after his rap career didn't go the way he was expecting it to. I'm thinking, he was originally part of that song and thought that it would blow up from there. No, he joined afterwards. He's like a Temptations. You know how you have the Temptations that are still touring in like Las Vegas clubs and whatnot, and all of them are like 35. That's kind of what he is. He's like one of the guys that came aboard part of the group well after their heyday. Okay. At least that's the way I'm looking at it.
Okay.
But Nicole is looking for love.
Yes.
Okay. Then there's a Justin and a Nani, and I forgot what their issue was, but Justin is looking for
Justin's looking for love.
Looking for love. And then Amarachi and Ugo. He's Nigerian, and he was like,
he didn't want to be on the show. He said, "I'm coming here to
sabotage." He's like, "I'm coming to bring hate," because he didn't want to break up. But she was like, "You're trying to force me into your Nigerian culture, and you treating me like a piece of property, and I'm not going for it." So he was like, "Look, I'm gonna try and throw some shade in this and pick some losers for her." So that's kind of, we're kind of seeing that, right? So everybody's going to be living in the house too, is the other part of this. So the couples, the exes are sharing the room.
Yes, with
one bed.
One bed too, except for Amani.
Amina, Tara, and Peter Guns, right? There's at least two beds there and a couch.
And a couch.
But so they're all staying in the same house. But then the people that they're going to be dating as far as this whole process are going to be living in the house as well. But their bedroom looked like
a sleepover.
No, it didn't even look like a sleepover. It looked like juvenile detention.
You said juvenile detention. It looked like the show The Challenge or whatever you be watching on MTV when they be sharing.
No.
They have 2 or 3 beds in there.
Right. No, they have 5 beds in one room. Listen.
The house was but so big.
I get that, but I'm just saying, them beds was like, if you get up the wrong way, you kissing somebody else.
But they only have 48 hours. That's another part of this. Them singles are not going to be there that long.
Listen,
so they like,
when I get out
you
of
got
bed,
enough to lay down and watch what you eat too, because we got to feed all. BET's like, we're on a budget. We got too many people in this house to be feeding. You're going to be here for 48 hours. You need, by law, we got to put a mattress, sheets, and a pillow in a room. That's all.
BET is like,
and access to a bathroom.
Ain't enough of y'all subscribe to BET Plus, so we gonna have to save some money some way somehow.
They could. That's why there's 5 beds in a room. Okay, we can't focus on that. They glad they're on TV. Okay.
So the way that they're doing it is basically there's going to be a singles mixer. So all the eligible ladies, all the eligible men are going to be at this mixer. And then the ex who is tasked with finding the next, they are kind of mingling.
They're going to be mingling and deciding.
Interviewing and deciding.
Right. And then all the ones that are looking for the new mate, they can only watch from on top of the balcony as their exes finds
what they're
potentially
looking for.
Right.
So Peter is the only one that there's an exception for. Peter can go to the mixer, but he's not supposed to talk to any of the ladies because Tara is doing that for him. Tara's trying to find his next. Amina's trying to find his next, and Peter's trying to find the next for Tara. So
they have the mixer, right?
They have the
mixer, and I have them. Chanel was for Jeremy, was picked for Jeremy. Darius was picked for Pam.
Yep.
And Arius was picked for Austin. And then Cornelius and Jayla was picked for Nicole. Because Nicole, she's bisexual. She's open to both. So Mike might decide, let me just get you one of each. So
now, bear in mind, when Mike asked, because he was asking questions to say, hey, are you open to looking for love from a male or a female? So Jayla's response was, she sipped her drink. She's like, I'm looking for love.
I'm looking for love. Oh, okay. All right, if you say so.
Keep that same energy.
So then Bow Wow go, hold on. Again, we on BET budget.
And we ain't account for having an extra person here. So
you can't have 2 dates, Nicole. Pick one of them. Which one do you want? Do you want the female or do you want the male? Because again, we're on a budget. Bow Wow's keep it to the budget. And she's like, okay, I pick.
Bow like it ain't coming out my fee.
Okay. I ain't sharing my check with nobody. So Janelle, right? Jayla, my bad. Jayla. She was like, okay, I picked Jayla. Nicole picks Jayla. Okay. So that's the one that's supposed to be staying for 48 hours for her to get to know, because this is supposed to be an opportunity for a next relationship.
Right.
Okay. Keep that in mind. That's going to come back up. And then we had, what's his name? Vermin was for Tyra. Right. And then
Nika was for Peter.
And then Darius, because Darius, two exes picked Darius for their woman.
Yep.
So Darius was also for
Amaruchi.
And she was like, why do I gotta share a dude in this? So she was a little upset with her ex. But this is the one that wants to also sabotage her.
So he probably was like, who you picking? All right. That's what I'm picking for her, too.
I was like, oh, my God.
So we start to see the dates, right? Who is it? Chanel goes on the date with Jeremy. They go hot air balloon. Now, something also to bear in mind is Jeremy is polyamorous. He's into the poly life, right? And his wife was like, she's not into that. And so she's also trying to find, part of her questioning should be, if you're into that, right?
Right. But Chanel is telling him.
Like,
She was like, that wasn't mentioned. Because, right, they have the hot balloon and then they go for a picnic.
Right.
And that's why he's asking the question to make sure, like, hey, sounds like, this is a great opportunity. I want to make sure that my ex did a good job. This is what I'm into. She's like, I'm not into that. I want one relationship. So now he's a little upset because, again, the ex is not doing what they're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be finding. These are like deal breakers.
Right.
And so he's like, okay, that's not going to work.
Yeah. Amaruchi has a little tiff with Pam and Darius, because Pam and Darius are kind of up on the balcony, kind of having their little date, what have you. And Amaruchi's like, wait, hold on, where's my time? And he's like, I can get you your time, but right now. And Pam's like, go handle your business. I'm handling mine. Just you go do you.
So she's like pretty much done. And Ruchi's like, I'm done. It's just not going to work. Yeah. And so Pam was like, let me just take as much time as I want and just work on this piece of chocolate while I have it.
Yeah. So
they tend to disappear and go off somewhere. And then who we have next?
So
that's when Nicole pulls Mike over in the kitchen. So Nicole,
because she's like, she's trying to get to know Jayla. Nicole's like, okay, you got Jayla for me. I'm trying to get to know her. Jayla's like, I'm for men.
Because she's asking, because she's like, you're not coming off giving me the vibes I think I'm supposed to be receiving here. And she's like, you're into women or something like that. And then that's where she goes, she's like, no, I'm into men.
So she goes over to Mike, and is like, how are you going to do this?
She's like, come here, Mike. Come here, let me talk to you. This chick here, she's not into women. And he's like, what? I asked her. And then Jayla come on, like, you sit down right here, girl. And he's like, I asked her. Because we did. We see him on the takes. Are you into women, men? Who are you into? He's asking a very specific question. Now, if you're not getting that answer, you need to say, no, this is very clear. I'm looking for my wife.
And here's the other part. Remember.
Her ex-wife.
Remember, when they're announcing who they're choosing, if you get chosen to go on a date with a woman and you're not into women, that's the point to be like, hey, I'm sorry. I don't know what was the misunderstanding here.
Right.
But this isn't for me. Because I'm sorry. If I'm at a mixer, right, and they match me with Bill, I'd be like, whoa, time out.
Flag on the play.
No. I don't know what you
5-yard
thought.
penalty.
That's not. I'm
Because
not
I
here
feel
for
like
that.
that. Like, well, what if I'm not interested in women? I'm not signing up for that. Oh, okay. Then that's when either she would have to go with the male that
Right.
he picked, or is there anyone else interested? Because so Nicole was very upfront. She's like, listen, chick. To my understanding, you knew what you were getting into.
And you think you were gonna be on TV for a little bit?
You think you're going to be on TV and think you can handle this. I'm here to find a relationship because I'm here really for a relationship. And so she kind of like, and she walks off. And then she's like, let me go ahead and get in your behind, Mike, since you got two first names of the same. This is not about you. You picking something you like for it to be running around so you can watch while you're in this house.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be picking from me. So you have to make sure you're understanding if this person is going to be really here for me. Mm-hmm. I'm very disappointed in you. And he's like, she ain't been mad like this at me since 2011. Like, he going back. So he's like, okay, I understand. I do want to do right by you. Okay, I'll do better next time.
Mm-hmm. Then you also have Aries, who was with Justin, I think is his name. Mm-hmm. And she was like, I don't think he liked me because he moving real slow. And Nani does kind of like, he does move slow. Mm-hmm. I have a feeling that there may be something else going on with Justin.
He's struggling.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he
might be.
I think he might not.
Know.
Yeah. All right. Read between lines on that one. But then you got Peter and Nika. And so Peter and Tara really... Peter acknowledges that he still has feelings for Tara. Mm-hmm. So there is a scene where like they're wrestling on or something, playing around, what have you. And Nika's looking at it like, I'm here for what now?
Right.
So when it gets time to kind of dismiss things.
Well, we got to also put in the part where his ex-wife, Amina says, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You up to the same old tricks. If you and Tara are over,
then let it be over.
Let it be over. But I told this girl up front your whole past.
And about your 10 kids.
Right. So I already set her up who you used to be.
Right.
Don't let her find out you haven't changed.
That you're still the same person.
You're the same person. Because you need to move on. And he's trying to like, what are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. She's like, I'm talking about you wrestling and flirting with Tara. Mm-hmm. If y'all ain't together no more, focus on who I picked for you.
Yep.
And cut all this foolishness out. Because I'm not going to let that happen to another woman, what happened to me.
Yeah. So
supposedly, hopefully that wakes him up. Because we come to the part where they have to pick if they're going to stay or go.
Right. So the exes who are now the people that are looking for love, the daters, now get the chance to say, okay, based upon who you chose for me for these past 48 hours, I want to continue and maybe get to know them more, or I want to go ahead and throw them back into the dating pool and see what else you can pull out for me. So Tara throws back Varun, I think is his name, because she was like, he was there with her, but he was checking out the other ladies as well. Brothers, listen. I get that you want to you kid in the candy store. I get that, but listen. Once you find it, in the Skittles aisle, focus on the Skittles until either the Skittles are done, and then you can move on to the Hershey's bar or whatever else. But keep your attention just a little bit, right?
Oh my God! At least so that person don't see you.
Right.
My God!
You can be a little slick about it too. Okay.
I call it discreet. We can be discreet.
But dude, he like.
Well, hello.
So
he's gone.
Right. Peter does keep Nika.
He's like, she need another 48 hours. Yeah, because you're not spending time with her.
And Nika does. Now, Nika did call out Tara. Was like,
oh, Nika.
She's like, maybe the reason you ain't found the one you want is because you're too busy focusing on Peter still.
Yeah. So Nika's like, I can throw hands if we need to fight over a man. Now, I'm like, Nika, I don't know if you were fighting for yet.
No.
I don't think you were. I don't know, girl. Hold on, before you might want to give
It's
this fish
been
back.
48 hours. Listen.
You might want to give this fish back. So don't start fighting over a piece of fish you may not want.
Listen.
I'm just saying. For we, hold it.
Pam dismisses Darius. She's like, that's not for her. Amarachi, we'll get her name proper.
Yeah, we'll work on it.
She cuts
Forgive
Darius. Jeremy cuts Chanel because she wasn't into the poly life. Jayla's gone because Nicole's like, what am I going to do with this?
I ain't here to find a best friend. I'm looking for a relationship.
Right. And then Justin does keep Aries. So, interesting first episode.
Yeah, I think we need to get into it a little bit more to really kind of see, where we're going here. Obviously, you're talking about someone that had a relationship, but you broke up. So, obviously, there's some areas in their life they didn't do right by you when you were married or together. Right. And they may not do right by you now that y'all friends or however your relationship is. So, I guess we'll just kind of play this out and see how it goes.
Because again, we are definitely sticking with, we know we love love.
We love love.
We want to see relationships build and grow.
And it's another dynamics. There's a lot of people who are ex, but they are good friends right now, and they share more than they did when they were married.
Yes.
And they have some perspectives.
Sometimes it just was not a good fit as far as being a couple, but they still have good connection as friends. So we get that. So it's interesting to see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how Bow Wow does. Lil Bow Wow. I'm calling him Lil Bow Wow just because I can.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Lil Bow Wow.
Just respect.
I'm putting some respect on his name. So we're going to see how Shad Moss.
Oh, his name is Shad Moss.
We're going to see how Shad does as host of this show.
So far, I feel like he's trying to come off a little comedy. Yeah. He's kind of stepping up, right? And so I feel like for him trying his first hosting role, he's gonna be all right.
He'll be all right. All right. So look, that's it for this one. Let us know what you think. Let us even know if you're watching it.
Right. Did you know that BET is trying to do a relationship reality show?
So let us know. And we'll see y'all next time. Have a great one. Be blessed.
Bye.